There's no theme song.
Ah.
Right. That's how I always do it.
Welcome back, guys.
Oh my God, we missed you.
It's
been
2020.
very
New decade.
Very long time. It's been a very long time.
So a lot has happened this year
it's
already.
March.
It's March.
Okay. I'm fed up.
a lot of emotional things been going on.
I'm fed up.
But we are a quarter ways through. If you think about it that way,
Why you gotta say stuff like that?
Because it's true. Like I'm thinking different.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
I'm doing little things different.
It is
you know?
like really the quarter. We are the quarter ways through.
Yeah. And you know, we got a new chocolate drop in our life. Kamia gave birth.
We do. Shout out to Kamia.
Yes.
Shout out to our
Chocolate
girl
drops.
Aria. We are out here doing big things.
Okay.
Big things.
If you don't know me, I am your host Marley.
Who you real?
This is Tamara. You gotta do your I am Kamia voice.
Oh, I am Kamia. Or which it depends on which one, because she might be like, I'm Kamia. And then I gotta harass her, be like, I'm Tamara, because I don't know why she did it like that.
That's so cute.
And we have a guest this week.
Yes, because Kamia is still enjoying her maternity leave, and we are not
Amen,
about to rush no
girl.
black woman off maternity leave. And
Don't rush, honey. Don't rush, honey.
So we're just gonna have guests until you come back.
Yes, Lord. This is
Until
like
you're back in.
Gosh. Do you sing too?
No, I ain't a singer. I'm a dancer.
Oh, that's
So she'll
right.
dance along.
Yes.
This is Sheila, guys.
Body roll with me.
All right. So this year we are doing things a little different. We're adding some guests in.
We're gonna mix and mingle.
So if you want to be on the show, hit us up. You know, the information is there. Whatever.
Is it over there? There?
We're gonna put it there.
Okay.
Okay. So
somewhere on the screen.
right. So if you're not subscribed to us,
Please do.
okay, like, share, let your friends know.
Add, talk about it, dislike it. We really
Tell a friend to call a friend to holler at a friend. Slide in the DM.
Don't
With
slide
talk
on
with
my DMs.
wine.
Don't.
Well, maybe.
With boundaries, okay?
Shoot your shot. Get in there. You never know.
You never know.
Shoot us a mention. So, if you are just joining us, I want you guys to understand who we are. We have these very specific weekly conversations about
a lot of things.
It could be anything. We talk about whatever's going on out there, and we dive in and we try to be as raw as possible for you guys, because these are conversations that we've had amongst ourselves, whether it's, you know, something that you've internalized or you don't know who to talk to about this, that, or that.
Right.
We kind of just dive into those things,
and we're like trying to create spaces for these conversations and to be had by Black women in these spaces, and honestly, like, care, but kind of not.
Yeah, like
this
to
conversation
just be
to be
you.
had.
Yeah. And it's okay, you know, if you're one way and this person's this way, it doesn't matter.
You can agree to disagree. We can definitely be adults.
Yes, and I think it's all about owning our narratives and making sure that we understand who we are. In order to empower each other, we have to know who we are. We have to, sometimes we therapize here. So, you know, I get a little emotional. And we have to do it. We have to do it, okay? That's just how we grow as a community, and to be able to be a part of the inclusiveness that we ask for, you know. So we have to work on us first. Yes.
Come on, word.
And I love it, right?
I came back, you know.
It's a perfect time because it is March. It is Women's History Month.
Okay.
And I am all about empowering the women, because we gotta step out of that patriarchy. You know, we have to step out of those things where it's like we have to know that we run this, and we have to start leading. Yes.
Leading more, because we're already
out
here.
We're there.
Let's be clear, leading more. Because we're already
more.
out here leading. We're already out here doing plenty of things. And I don't know a woman, let alone a Black woman, that literally has not been on the mood of, let me just do this.
Right.
And you just,
I'll do it myself.
I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to take care of this.
Yeah,
I'm going to get it. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And tonight, we are exploring female friendships. I think this is a very important conversation to have.
A
A very important conversation to have during this month because I don't know if I should say it like that, but if we don't come together, we'll be our biggest demise. And I don't know how else to say it. Sorry. But it is kind of true.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, it is true.
Just
So-
rip that
Sorry.
Band-Aid off, girl. Rip it off. I've been in the habit of just ripping Band-Aids off. Let's just keep it pushing.
Fine. So one of the first things I do want to talk about is the girl code.
Oh,
There was
that's
a whole
on
show-
MTV too?
No, baby.
Oh.
Not the
I
show.
love that
The code.
Oh.
You know, there are unwritten rules of female friendships and how you know the girl code.
Mm.
So
You mean like
I pulled up a little
don't
song.
mess with my man?
That,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
She
'Cause
brought
I'm
it
gonna be the one to
back.
give it to you.
She brought it real bad.
She did. So I'm gonna read the 10. You guys can chime in.
Like commandments?
Yeah, the 10
Pretty
crack
much.
commandments. Okay.
You
Hello,
gotta do
got
it.
it.
Damn.
Let me
Gotta
channel my
follow
inner
these rules.
Kamia. All right. All right. So number 1 is always check in with your friends when they are on a date with a new guy. You never know if they need to be saved.
I absolutely need to know your location
Ooh.
first. You guys.
I send it anyway. If I'm
Right.
here.
Well, I'll be honest. I've been that friend who don't send it as often as I should.
Okay.
You know, I'll be very honest, and I should do better and need to do better of doing that with my friends. Not even with my friends, even with my brother,
Yeah.
a sibling, or just someone who will
Yeah,
know.
just a person.
Yeah,
like
where
a
I am.
A trusted member.
Yes, I
Yeah.
definitely need to do better on my end to send the text message.
That's fair.
I'm definitely that friend who doesn't.
I'm definitely that friend who will be like, hey, bitch, heard you going on a date tonight still, where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Great. Have a good time.
Well, maybe it's also
Yes,
because
I already
a lo-
know. I'm like, where you going? Like,
Yeah.
that
too. And I think because a lot of my friends have been in like long-term relationships,
That's
like 5+ years,
yeah.
where at this point I really don't have to ask those questions anymore.
That's
So it's like kind of
that's fair.
my new adult friends. I have to ask those questions like, where you at, girl?
adult
Like,
thing.
yeah.
Just checking on you. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
That's for
Making sure
me.
you're good. That's all I need. It's just,
Facts.
I'm good. Yep. What you got?
I suck at sending the text like back. I'm not gonna talk about it. Anyways, number 2 is rescue any girl you see being hit on by a creep.
I've definitely been there. I've definitely done that.
I have not.
I've slipped my arm, like a girl was being hit on. You know, like the end of the night when you're trying to get out the club, this dude literally was like, yo, am I gonna try to get my number? Like, he was really
Yeah.
like hitting her with the
I
shuffle.
have, Yeah.
And I literally came and like put my arm in her arm. I was like, oh, girl, you ready to go? And she was like, yes. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, my bad, I was just in the bathroom. And we like walked out and she was like super grateful. And I was like, I'm grateful to help you because that looked
That
awkward as
looks
hell.
crazy.
Yeah.
And
You know?
dudes be getting reckless at the
Yeah.
end of the
They
night.
do because they're drunk and they're.
Just not thinking right.
Mhm.
For me, I don't think I've never been in that situation because I'm that cock blocking friend. I'm that friend who,
You
from
are
the
already-
moment,
you stop it.
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
do that too. But
Okay.
it's usually I pick up a vibe or something.
Yeah,
that makes
that's
me
me.
be like
fall back. Like I'm very like
literally
fall back.
like you remember I
Okay.
told you OG Mako was my song of the decade. Why the fuck are you next to us?
Yeah.
Like that's literally the
See,
energy
I don't-
I will give you. Like why are you?
I lived that a couple years ago. Me and my friends was going to the club, and it was the one in Cambridge. What's the club in Cambridge?
Phoenix
What is it?
Rising?
No,
Middle East.
it's next to
Monroe?
Middle East.
There's been
Oh,
so many things.
One of the clubs
If you're
in
in Boston,
Cambridge,
just
you
know.
know. And we was dancing and everything, and we ended up in VIP somehow.
Yeah.
And these group of guys came over, was just like all over the place, and I could tell their vibes was so off. And I told this guy, I need you to fall back.
Yeah, I need you. To,
You know, I need you to fall back. And he literally asked me why, and I'm like,
because you're being aggressive.
I'm like,
You're,
yeah,
like,
you're
in
being
her
so
face.
aggressive.
kinda
You're doing
the
too
most.
much.
Yeah.
And he was just like, well,
That's not
I've never had a female take the time to tell me. And I was
Okay,
just
so
like,
that's
you
a
know,
problem.
Well, that's a good thing.
You know what I mean?
So we about to vocalize
Okay.
in this club. Back up.
yeah, maybe we just need to
Yeah.
vocalize in a better way and not
That's
be
cool.
as aggressive. Because some of these guys just don't know. Because we
That's
have to be
true.
mindful that some women allow it, so some guys think every woman wants
like
that.
that.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, but I've never been in a situation where I've had to like stop a dude for knocking them out.
Had a little technical difficulty. Well, we can move on to the next one. Number 3 is wait till your friend is inside her house before you drive away.
Obviously.
Facts.
That's
I think that's
Yeah.
hopefully
Like,
It doesn't matter, family, cousin, baby daddy, uncle, auntie. If you have physically been in my presence, I'm just saying, I don't have a baby daddy neither, but I'm just saying, if you've been in my presence, in my car, and I'm taking you home, I have to know that you're inside. Because
really, like,
even if you whatever you want to do after.
Like I said earlier, I told these women, listen, if you get that heel in the door and you close it behind you, once I pull off, if I see that door open, I might not come back, but I'm going to text you, where you going home?
Yeah?
I seen you.
Just to make sure, you have to make sure.
You got in you got in there when I dropped you.
You just have to make sure that your friends are like safe and just anyone safe because nowadays we just have so many lurkers and
you could literally not make it through your goddamn door. And I just saw you. Yeah. So that's true.
Facts.
Number 4 is never allow your friend to walk home alone, especially when she's drunk.
Facts.
And for a lot of us, that's a sensitive thing because we literally had it happen in Boston not too long ago.
Actually, the young lady's anniversary just passed. Like,
it did.
Recently,
it did.
Sadly.
And rest in peace to her. But I feel like this generation has disconnected so much with that girl code. I don't think there's me growing up, and I hate to think about it this way now because I'm now coming into my age. I'm now realizing. I'm now realizing, I'm not. These kids are not informed like we were informed, and I don't know where that disconnect is, but we had so many issues last year or situations last year where girls were leaving their friends or people they called their friends. We had it happen in Chicago, we had it happen so many different places,
and Boston, and
it's like, what about that did we lose? Where did we lose that? Because it's like, if we go out together, I don't know about y'all, but like me growing up, I would kind of like sneak out with my friends. But like I would always tell my mom who
watches this show,
with.
So I'm not gonna admit to that.
I mean, my mom knew. She knew what I was up to for a while.
She probably did, still not gonna admit to that. Carry on.
But no,
I respect it.
I don't care. My mom can't do nothing.
That's what you did.
But it's like, I would go off, but my mom always knew who I was with.
Of course. Yeah.
So
that
is something that I hold very, very close to me because it's like, at the end of the night, if we were together and something happens to you, I not only have to live with that, but it's like, why did you leave? Like, what?
Why would I leave you hanging?
Yeah, especially if you're intoxicated.
And I know that there have been instances where, like, your girlfriend is doing wild stuff, or she's trying to go with some dude, and you have to, like, literally grab her or drag her and tell her, like, no, because you came with me, you are leaving.
Amen.
Preach. Again, when I drop your drunk ass off, if you stumble out the door after I pulled off, that is no longer on me. But prior to that, you will be with me. I feel like the generation that we are in now, or that we're witnessing growing up now, I feel like there's a disconnect because there is this level of instant gratification. There's also this level of like materialistic, and there's almost like no bonds formed. Like people and girls, and what I'm finding, a lot of females, and even females in our generation, to be honest, it's not just, I don't want to just say it's just this generation. I am seeing it more, obviously, because I'm older, but I've seen it in my generation. I've seen it in the generation before me, my aunts, and it's going to be super petty and be like, well, I left her because da-da-da. I've had my friend literally leave me. We've gone to the club to celebrate my birthday. She's literally left me because somebody spilled a drink on her. And it's just like, is it lame? Of course it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Would you do it? If something would have happened to me, would you have felt fucked up? Of course. You know what I mean? But like, so it's not just, I do want to like say that to this generation. I feel like they get a lot of slack. So let me cut them a little bit of slack.
Well, I feel like also it has a lot to do with love and hip hop. these type of TV shows we have on.
I like hip hop.
I
I haven't watched it in a while.
You know, we all do.
I
Like,
watched
I haven't
Hip-Hop
watched
like
Love and Hip Hop in a very long time neither.
Yeah.
But recently, just
I never watched TV
on
show.
Tuesday, actually, my best friend was watching it. I was over her house and I didn't find it interesting anymore.
Yeah.
Why? Because
you're at a different point. And you're
in
disconnected
my
from
life,
it. Yeah.
and I think that's also too. You have to know who your friends are, who to go out with, and who you can trust when you are leaving your house, and to know to return. But I think shows like Love and Hip Hop and like Basketball Wives, 99.9% of the time, all you see is women fighting.
Yeah.
It's like very
and
rare.
perpetuate it. It's
Yeah.
the storyline, like, because it's not a
Yeah.
real damn script. It's the storyline, and it's like, well, why do you live to? And I agree with that, and that's what I mean about the social media and the Instagram. Like,
Yeah,
it is that. It's a lot of
petty
of
drama on social media.
It's a lot of
that
people.
clap back.
It's a lot of people glorifying. It's a lot of people glorifying having an attitude and being a bitch and being nasty,
Being
and
petty.
Like, I don't have no female friends. I don't have like. It's like.
And that is something very wrong because you want people who know, like you know, you can't really talk to dudes about certain things. Like you can't. You
need a sister,
you need a
bond. You need someone that you can really like level with. It's not always gonna be. It doesn't always have to be like that. Even if you have just the one friend, I feel like a lot of people
want like so many friends. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just like for me, I'm comfortable with the people that I'm around.
Yeah.
They don't
it's
have
preference,
but I think a lot of people, they build, like they stick on to people for certain reasons, and it's like kind of just to say that, I know them, or you're associated with them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, you have to think about it, like, is this someone who is going to ride for you? Is this someone you can bring around? Like, my mom knows all my friends, so it's just like, it's one of those things, it's like, for me, I don't need 1,000,001 friends. Like, I might know them, but it's like the ones that I call my friends are it's different. Like, it's not me meeting you off of, oh, that's my old baby daddy too. Like, like a lot of petty drama. It's
genuine.
Yeah. And we have to form more genuine bonds.
There's nothing wrong with sister wives.
Sure.
It's my baby daddy's new thing and we get along, then we get along.
Yeah,
okay,
there's nothing
sure.
wrong with that. We actually need more of that.
That's the thing. We gotta empower each other.
Yeah, we actually need more of that.
I'm not saying perpetuate like toxic relationships, but if you genuinely can respect one another and get along, that is what's up.
Co-parenting, ladies, you guys need to really I really need to zoom in with the camera, because it's just like a lot of these women.
Get up and pull the camera.
Yeah, I really need to say that because
y'all,
a lot of these ladies are hindering their kids of seeing their fathers because of female drama, and we really need to remove all of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
holding on to the petty things and forming beef off of that is whack, because when you could be more productive about something, it's like, well, she did that and I don't fuck with it no more.
Right.
Like,
at the end of the day, 2020 guys,
let's move on.
Being petty isn't cute.
Number 5 is allow your friends to just vent. Don't say anything. Sit back. Just listen.
50-50.
That's
50-50. I'm gonna have to instill some boundaries on that one. While I love you and I want you to vent, and yes, I want to actively listen, don't call my phone every single day, because I'm gonna feel like you're not trying to grow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel like you're not trying to do things for yourself, and you're always just gonna come to a place of complaining or venting, or however you want to mask it, however you want to say it. But at some point, you're gonna have to stop calling on me, and you're gonna have to grow. So
facts.
You said no?
No, I said grow. Fact.
No, I mean when she said she's 50-50. So are you 50-50 as well?
I could say I'm 50-50 too, because it can't be always one-sided. And you have to venture out and learn for yourself how to cope with certain life decisions or life obstacles on your own. And also, that's why, therapy is like kind of trending sadly right now.
But it's
Yeah.
kind of good because if it's gonna make you address certain things that you maybe
Yeah.
have been having a hard time addressing, or you feel like, I mean, even if your friend, the one you've been to all the time, is like, girl, I'm starting to think
people go through
it
things
ain't
too.
me. I think you need to get somebody higher than
Yeah.
me.
Because sometimes it really is that way because you have to really think about it.
Yeah.
A lot of the times we're venting to our friends who are the same age as us, close to the same age. So we're going through the same thing. So it's very similar.
And it doesn't have to be an age thing because there are experiences that my friends probably already had that I'm just not having, or that and that person may be younger than me too. So it's just like
it's a balance.
Yeah,
it definitely is a balance.
Yeah.
But for me right now, it's more like because of my friends were pretty much the same age. I now look for an outsource outlet.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? Because I was that friend at one point who was just calling my friends literally every other day complaining about my job, family issues, personal issues. Yeah. If I had a bad day, and it's like,
again, I'm not saying do not call me. Like, I want you to call me, but I also want us to be proactive. Because it's going to get to a point where it's like, you're now emotionally dumping on me.
Yeah. Right. And that's what it was becoming with my friends.
You know?
And you have to like check us women have to really check ourselves. Yeah. Because you may think a friend is being bad or being mean.
Because they can't, but you're also not being mindful that it's like, you know what, damn, I'm gonna call this girl every single day.
Yeah. We really have to be mindful of that.
But also we need to know which friends not to vent to as well.
That's true.
You know?
That's another episode, moving right along.
Some be there.
Episode.
Right in your bubble and you're like, whatever. I'm not calling you again.
That is definitely
but no, that is a different side of things too.
It's a lot. It's a
There's
lot of
levels
layers
to
that.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna move on. Okay. Number 6 is tell a girl if you see something malfunctioning on her outfit.
Of course.
Amen. Preach. Okay. That's like yes, no questions.
And her wig.
Even if you don't like her.
Now listen.
Even if you don't like her.
You can't be out here.
But what if I say,
you have to have
your wig is part, and you be like, I had it a side part. Now I look like
there are certain ways to approach the situation. If you're my friend, please tell me if the wig is to the side.
See, I don't have wig problems.
You know,
I be having some wig problems.
Wigs out here, like, and then thinking about your button, like, oh, you know,
yeah,
and
also, I don't even be knowing how these wigs really supposed to look because there's so many levels. There's so many levels, so I just don't comment when it comes to wigs. I don't comment at all.
She don't.
Yeah, I don't. No poker face.
Right, like it looks amazing.
Number 7, I'm gonna do 7 and 8. Number 7 is never go after your friend's crush. And number 8 is never go after a friend's ex without permission.
That's another episode. Thank you.
That really is. But I've never been in a situation where, well, my friends, in that sense of dating my friends'
take a little sip.
Exes, I've never been in that situation because one, I
date
women. And all my friends
that's the drama.
Yeah, and all my friends date men.
Get more catty.
However, I've had the shoe on the other foot though.
I've had my crush dated by like a friend.
Yeah. And
I've
had to let that friend go.
I've dated an ex-boyfriend's best friend. Like while they were still best friends.
Oh my god.
Like broke up with a guy and was like, "Hey, get in with your best friend." They're still best friends.
That's so crazy.
You have to be mature. That's why it's a different conversation.
I was in high school.
But have you ever messed with the same dude at the same time and didn't even know it?
No.
That's happened to me.
I don't know.
But
niggas be lying.
Me and this friend, we wasn't as close.
What's the next
but
one?
We really like connected.
And I've been in that situation.
Exactly.
Where niggas be lying. But number 9 is let a girl know when her boyfriend is cheating.
Yet again, 50-50.
That's a great
area
that's
definitely
for me.
a 50-50.
That's a great area.
Gotta know that relationship.
Yeah.
Gotta know how deep your friend
that level of friendship is. Yeah.
Honestly, personally speaking, I've inserted myself in a situation where I probably just my business and I learned real quick. So
And
I'm
sometimes
50-50 on that too.
sometimes you tell them and they go back to them and you're like, well, what was the point of me even telling you in the first place? I feel like you kind of knew this all along.
Right.
Feel like emotional. Okay.
Yeah, next.
You know, I
Mm.
can't relate.
Number 10 is always tell a girl when her boob is out.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
totally. Tell them when they have like double boob too, like like
Yeah,
see
like
that?
or
Like,
flat.
Oh.
yeah,
Or
like,
that top, you should not wear that top. You look like
it's doing a lot
The
of
most.
things to you. Like
You
don't-
have to.
don't do that.
you have to. Yeah,
Okay.
facts.
So since we touched on that, I want us to kind of dive in to what does girl code mean to you?
I almost Trey songs, but I didn't.
Yeah, thank God.
Um,
What does girl code mean to you?
After reading all of that, nothing. No, I'm
It's just respecting each other's boundaries, space, and being vulnerable enough
yeah.
to know that we're not gonna be perfect. We're not gonna always be right, and that girls' codes will be broken at times.
Yeah.
But it's you as the woman to know, how, like you said, how to handle it and be mature about it.
Yeah.
Because I've been in plenty of different situations with girl code where it was
Yeah, like, that was
violated.
like a version of girl codes. That's not even like
Yeah.
half of the ones that I've even heard.
or
like,
half of the ones I've experienced.
I was gonna say
you
our
know?
experience, and it's like, where did that rule come from? Like,
And you have to know that you will be the one to be at wrong,
yeah,
and
Yes.
you will be the one who will be wronged. Like someone will
Yeah.
do you wrong too. It will be hand in hand because we're not perfect.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
Mhm.
And we have to have the conversations about it to get past that
to like
because
resolve. it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And-
to work through it too.
and it's something I feel like hopefully a lot more women are coming to terms with because it's like you can't say that you don't have any female friends. Like obviously something's wrong there. Like you have to have someone who you can vent to, who can check you, who can without you feeling like that's not your place. You know,
Yeah.
like because I know a lot of females who are just verbal will step in and say things out of love. Like it's not even out of malice, it's just out of love. And
mhm.
depending on how you receive that, depending on the friendships that you have, because you got those girls who be hyping you up for no reason, and it's like,
Mhm. But we'll get you into stupid stuff, and it's
Yeah.
really about it's about the company that you keep.
the company
too.
that
Right.
you keep.
Yeah.
Because we'll go, I feel like there is some girl codes among some friends where it's never broken.
Yeah.
That's because that group knows each other. It's like a
Yeah.
solid
Yeah.
foundation that was
Yeah.
like created from literally the ground up.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
there's some girl codes, it won't be broken, and there is some.
There are
people-
things that happen. Like we all have different personalities. We all
So not just
We're human.
we're human. To me, I think girl code is like you said about respecting boundaries and knowing who you are, and knowing your friends because someone might not receive the way that you handle things, and you have to figure out her way of thinking too, and just knowing that gotta bring that up differently. So just respecting each other as who we are.
Right. Facts.
I agree.
Okay. What makes it hard for us as women to get along?
For me, like I said earlier, when we was discussing some things, it's knowing yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't know yourself enough as a woman, you will allow pretty much anything and everything from other women, and it will kind of tarnish. And guys too.
If you deal with guys, yeah.
It will tarnish the way you perceive other women because you've sat there and allowed so many women to mistreat you, misabuse you. So now you just have this mind frame like
And this perception
every
of-
every woman in the world is that way, and it's like it's not.
And
Right.
those I feel like those end up being women that are scolded, women that feel like they are the ones who are like, I don't have any female friends.
Yeah.
For a period of time, I was a person that was like, I don't have any female friends. And I felt like it was because I had felt scorned by like experiences in like middle school. People, I think that it's hard for certain women to get along. And I feel like I learned this honestly like real time in middle school. There would be scenarios where, my parents, regular middle class people But if you're not a middle class person, and to me, I'm like, well, I'm middle class. But if you're not a middle class person, or if you don't experience the same things, and I invite you over, you're my girlfriend, you know, I want to share things with you. I want to like show you my room, and like we can play dress up. And I want to like I'm a person that will share my things, and I'm not a not like that. But now you go back to school, and you're like, oh, she's just showing out, something like that. It's really like, yes, you should know yourself, but in middle school, it's like, well, I'm just trying to be somebody that just gets along with everybody,
Right.
I'm just trying to be somebody that's just like down with my girlfriends. Like I didn't think anything of it, I didn't know you were counting my blessings. I didn't know you were really like, feeling a type of way about what I'm doing when I really was just being myself.
Right.
And I think that there's things like personality clashes. I think that there's things like energetically you just may not mesh with somebody. I think sometimes it's just
like the Haitians say, like my blood is not like
that's
like that. Like
our bloods don't match.
Yeah.
Like and you have to know those friends too. And I think you have to know when and where to fit those friends into your life.
And I think sometimes you just have to be okay with that, like, because it's not always necessarily friends instances. Sometimes it's workplace instances where like you work in somewhere and you know that maybe this woman is a particular way, and it could be like a boss that you come in and you're young and you're energetic, and people look to you, and now she's mad because you're new, and she's like, oh, what you got on me? And it's like it's not even like that. It's just like. You just have to commend me for coming in and being who I am, and I'm going to commend you for being where you are. I don't think there's a need for like competition. There's no, like I feel like, yes, markets can get saturated, but you're always going to be the only you. Yeah. You're always going to be the original you. Yeah. That's it. That's all there is to you. So be the best you and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. But I feel like you can say that, but when you're in it, it doesn't always occur naturally.
Yeah.
To remind yourself to be like, whoa, I'm tripping. Like I'm really bugging. Like I'm looking at her sideways because she's cute, and people are looking at her like she is cute. And people are looking at her like, let her be. Like like I think it's cool.
That's a threatening thing. Like I think we get intimidated by each other a little too easily.
Yeah.
Where rather than being intimidated, and I hate to say it that way, but like you should just know, like, yo, how do you just live in your truth? How do you radiate that energy? Like. You could just talk. You could just talk to her, and y'all could probably have the same energy, and you're just not there yet. You know what I mean? Like we have to learn.
I feel like it's a lot of like. I feel like a lot of people. I used to get all the time that when people would just see me, not hear, and I wouldn't speak, I wouldn't do anything. I would just enter a room. Oh, she's stuck up. Oh, she's a bitch. I have so many friends that like are like my long time, like really close best friends. I'd be like, oh, when I first met you, I really thought you were a bitch. And I'm like, well, why? Because
is it the way that I carry myself? Like,
yeah,
it's so crazy you say that, because that's the line I say to my best friend all the time, because that's how I perceived her. Yeah, I perceived her as like, yo, you're like this mean bitch. But it's
like I didn't do anything. I walked in a room like I had.
But as women,
my presence, you're intimidated or you're.
It's not even intimidated. I feel like it's not only intimidation. Not say I don't feel like I don't. Yeah. It's also intimidation, but we don't take the time to get to know each other because over the year,
or
over the years,
something about you, it's like, oh well, girl.
Over the years, as I got to know my best friend, she is the sweetest person I could possibly meet. Sometimes I'm like, it's just life sometimes make us have this this interior of like armor where, oh, I can't have this person come close to me, or I can't have this chick step up to me.
People build walls.
Yeah,
and
I know for
me,
it started literally since elementary school. Yeah, because I got bullied in elementary school. Because I was like short, stubby, and then at that, me and this girl, we end up like in the same guy. Yeah. So that's for me where the intimidation, especially amongst Black women, started for me. Was just like from this one young lady who.
Those are real instances.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm telling you, like, and that's why I brought up the middle school thing for me, because it was like. For a long time, it just made me be like, okay, well, note to self, never gonna invite anybody over again, never have parties, never do, like, never throwing a party.
That builds builds the wall. That
it does. It really
becomes
does.
layers and layers where you
and
don't
it's like,
even
it's
realize
not that I don't, and it doesn't hinder me from meeting people, but it hinders me from getting close to people.
Yeah.
Because I'll just be like, never mind.
Another thing I think, it's harder, I think, for the people who got it in their homes. Like, you know, the mother-daughter relationships where it's like, she's envious of you because of whatever, or she resents you for whatever, like your mom resents you for whatever. And it's like those close to home situations do make it hard for other women to get along because it literally happens in our homes. And it's like, but you birthed me. Like, it's a hard complex to understand, but it's just like, that is something that builds at your interior, and it's like, it shouldn't.
I've witnessed that complex between like my aunt and my cousin, where like, you know, my cousin will literally just be, I don't know, she'll just literally be minding her business, and my aunt will literally just rash her. Like, girl, you're just not doing nothing. You think you're so hot. You think so. And it's like, well, I don't know.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't know what happened with you that made you feel so insecure that now you're attacking the thing that reminds you most of you.
It's a generational thing.
But like, leave me alone.
Because growing up, my mom's favorite line was, "There's no such thing as friends." That was my mom's literally favorite line to say to me growing up. I wasn't even allowed to have friends for the longest. I had one best friend from elementary school all the way up until middle school, and that was it. And even then, there was still this restriction of, I can't go to her house. She can't come over. There's no sleepovers. Honestly, so that's where I, from a young age, having a bully, and then having a mother who's just telling you,
like, oh, you don't have friends.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just, you grow up in a mindset of just putting yourself in a box and thinking you're your own friend, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it hinders you.
You need to grow. You need to have real life experiences. You need to experience a fallout with your girlfriend, an argument. You need to understand her point of views on things to help you grow and give. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a
learning experience.
So it's a generational thing.
Yeah, we're still unraveling those things within ourselves too, and I think we get to those points at different stages of life, but it's important to surround yourself with certain people, because then that's how you know, like, yo, girl, you're tripping. Like, you don't even have to do all that. Like, just, okay?
Stop.
Yeah, and that's why you need the female friends, because the guy friends, you know, they'll probably say the same things, but it's not.
And I don't feel like it holds
as
much weight,
tangible,
because it's like, at the end of the day, you're still a male. And
you wouldn't get that point of view.
Like,
just like I wouldn't get your point of view.
You don't go through certain experiences. You don't share certain, you know, you just don't share certain makeup and compound. Like, there's just some things you really can't relate. Like, you truly can't relate.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing wrong with that. Do you think women can truly empower each other without a personal agenda or ulterior motive?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do. I feel like it depends, one, on the woman, and
I feel like
the level you have of confidence within yourself, and what you're trying to provide and surround yourself by. I remember the other day, Deanna Chanel, she's a millionaire she's a real estate who became a millionaire through her Sparkling Jesus app. And she said that we all want to be used.
Later, when we are done with this, you're going to tell me about
Sparkling Jesus?
Sparkling Jesus.
Ma'am, you're holy.
Yeah. We get holy out here.
You gotta know.
Or I think it's called Sparkle of Jesus. I could be wrong. Don't quote me, please. Please don't quote me.
Yes. What is happening?
No, but she's literally a millionaire at 26 years old.
Amen.
And it's her and her husband.
Come on.
And they literally just opened their first property, and they have like a mansion where they bring people in to do boot camps of how to break generational curses.
Wow.
And the other day, happened to wake up in the morning, and I seen she post, and she said that we all want to be used, but we just don't want to be abused. You know what I mean?
Sheila coming through with the word.
No, she came through with the word. You know, I will tell her, you know, so she could clip her down below. But no, when she said that, I was like, whoa. It hit me like 1,010, like a brick wall, like, cause that's me. I want someone to use me. I want the
you
purpose.
Want to be in service. You want to be in service. You want to be
you know,
in
but
these spaces
thank
to
you.
create, like, you know, a flow of things where, like, you know, I'm getting something from you, you want exchange.
But I don't want to be abused in the
Right.
process. The moment I feel abused, that's when it goes left. And that's when I either have to exit, and I hope we can exit where we don't have to burn bridge, or I have to exit and let you know about yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna...
Because of the simple fact, as women, we know when we're trying to use and abuse someone. Let's be realistic here. We know that. We know when we entering something. We know when we're entering something and we have that wrong intent. We know, like, oh, girl, I'm not really trying to support her business. I just need the lace front. We know that.
Yeah.
But we also know when there's a sister who's genuinely supporting your business, loves what you're doing, loves your movement,
Truly
and rocks with you, wants to support you or be a part of it.
Yeah.
And some of us don't even realize that, but we think it's, oh, you're trying to copy me, or what's your motive? So we just really need to pay attention.
Dated, you know? And a lot of us have our guards up because of, like you said, past traumas or experiences or walls or things that have created.
And you know what's crazy? I think the internet is such a
melting pot.
It's that love-hate relationship with the internet, because I've met so many amazing women just off of Facebook. Just off of, you know, like, just not even knowing you, you know, but like just who supports you. Honestly, they have no ulterior motive. Like, it's just somebody who follows you for whatever reason.
I'm in like groups of women that just literally, you know, just
empowered you,
and they're like, hey, y'all, like, I don't know half of y'all, but can I just tell y'all about my day? And women come on there and they're like, girl, don't worry about it. They're sharing links there. And that's why, to get back to your core question, I do believe that we are doing it. I guess the better question is, can we do a better job, or can we try to see less of the spaces where we're slandering one another or we're like dragging each other?
It needs to be visible.
Yeah,
we're doing it, but it's not as visible.
And I want to, like, I myself am in a place of working to create more spaces where we have women's workshops. We have, you know, like
Is that what you're doing to empower us?
Workshops? I'm gonna try.
Ooh, I like workshops.
No, I am. I'm doing. Yes, I am doing. Because I want to create. First, I want to create. I think it's important, and I'm being biased because I'm a woman, but I think it's important to tend to my women first, because at the end of the day, we are heads of households. We are heads of households. We are initiators. We are go-getters. We are the ones who are pregnant and working and having 15 million jobs, right? And hustling and doing hair and
head
doing
of
this.
household in a sense where, you know, like, we're knocking that patriarchy. But in a sense of you can do it.
But we are. Because
like, I don't want us to be on here like, nah, you don't need no man. Cause
I never said it. You know, I never said it. Head of household, but that's the thing. But those are stigmas. Those are stigmas, because at the end of the day, why is a man the head of household? First of all, if we're a unit, we are head of household. But there are a lot of single women out there. Yeah. There are a lot of single mothers out there that are the heads of household. There are more, and you know, I probably might be wrong on this, but I'm probably right, so I'm gonna say it. I'm sure there are more head of households with single black women than there are unified households with a man that's leading the household. And if he is leading the household, no disrespect, but I feel like it might be a little one-sided. Because I feel like the woman, you're never going to be able to do what a woman can do, and a woman's not going to be able to do what a man can do. And that's the beautiful thing about us. But at the end of the day, I'm here on this episode to talk about how we can prevail forward so that we can do better amongst ourselves. Because I feel like we are already the backbone of so many things. And we're also the most disrespected. So it's like, if I'm going to be the backbone while I'm being the most disrespected, I'm going to make sure that my voice is heard. Yes. I'm going to make sure that you see me, you feel me, you hear me, you feel my energy before I even walk in this room. You feel my presence. But I need other women to feel the same way that I do. So I am going to create workshops, and I am going to create spaces for women to thrive in, because I feel like we are the ones that have experienced. There's no, and you know what? It's not a we are the ones who are more. I don't want to put on a scale, but it isn't. It is it's an evident thing, and we definitely need it, because I feel like we just do a lot, and we just need to create those spaces.
Okay. So, what are you doing as a black woman to empower other women?
Should I answer that question?
Go. Yeah, sure. What you doing?
Currently, from my platform that I have with Antoinette Pearls.
Oh.
Okay, that's a plug-in.
We're gonna put it somewhere on the screen again.
Is this with that platform? Now that I'm back on social media, is definitely to empower women, especially all shape and sizes. We're definitely in an era right now where it's just like we have one-sided that's being voiced for women or being portrayed, and it's like the hourglass shaped women. Not every single woman that is walking this face of this earth looks like a Kim Kardashian, looks like a Beyonce, looks like a Rihanna. I'm gonna say some natural women, because there is some natural women who are voluptuous. They were born like that, you know. I have no problem with that, but that's not the majority. That's just a small portion that we have. And
that's glorified.
Yeah, that's glorified. Yeah. So with my platform that I have, I'm trying to glorify all shapes and sizes. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean, what you look like. You are beautiful. You were created for something. You were put on this earth for a reason. So why should we have to put you to the back burner because you don't look like one shape? So to answer your question, that's one way I'm trying to empower women. Another way is just simply giving compliments to anyone, either from my job. I'm working on that area a little more. My job, my family, and myself. Yeah. This year,
compliment yourself.
I'm learning.
Like, yes, girl, I look good today.
I'm learning to self-talk and literally
affirm yourself, raise your vibrations.
Yeah, let myself know that I'm worthy and I'm amazing.
That's right.
Because we now tend to try to want that, cling on to other people to validate that for us.
And we minimize ourselves.
Yeah, so
because we can't find our footing to be like, actually, no, I am grateful, I feel good, I am well, I am beautiful, I'm smart, like affirm yourself.
Yeah, because the moment you do that.
And believe in it too.
Yes.
Don't just say those words and then, because it's going to take a long time, but really
literally
condition your mind, condition yourself to believe in that. Like, heal your inner conflict, for real.
Yeah.
So and you can love one another better.
And see someone, because I'll be vulnerable right now. I started seeking a therapist at the beginning of the year, because a lot of these topics that we're talking about is that I face within myself. In that I'm starting to peel the layers down to know that, okay, I'm not perfect.
And being okay with it.
Exactly. But how at the same time, it's helping me to encourage the next person, the next woman, to say, girl, if I'm doing it, I know you can do it. Yeah. You're an amazing person. You bomb. You're fabulous, because I'm starting with me.
Yeah.
Okay. From the moment I could start with me, come on. It's like, it's a river flow.
I feel it.
It's a river flow. So that's how the levels of how I'm empowering women with myself, with my brand, and
I feel it.
Trying to let it flow.
What am I doing? I'm doing this. No, I'm trying to internalize myself and give more of myself to people.
Ooh, come on.
Because with this platform, it's more important for me to have the conversations, to therapize with you guys, and for you guys to therapize with me. Because I wanted a sister so bad as a child, and I didn't have one. So I feel like I'll be getting brought all these women in my life that are so amazing.
Amen.
That take me to a different part of my journey, and I am now learning to be okay with when they get dropped off. And to know that whatever it is that I'm doing and however I am bringing people together, that's my purpose, and that's who.
Come on.
That's who I am. I'm meant to bring us together. So I do want to be a part of workshops or whatever.
I know you do. It's cool.
Okay.
I love the space for you.
And I do want us to feel really good about ourselves, to the point where we're not looking for that validation from anyone else.
Yeah.
Because I was in that space for way too long, and once you realize that you don't have
Once
to be
you get
there,
out of there,
Oh.
once you start validating
Once
yourself,
That's
like,
it.
ooh, what's
You
up?
like-
You better come on,
Yeah.
right? You be like, let me tell her that her coat
And
is
it's
cute.
highs and lows, because
Yes.
you know it's highs and lows. Like today you'll be self, all week you'll be self, and then Saturday you'll be like, oh, she
And
looks
that's
so good, and I look terrible. Like,
And
girl,
that's
okay.
okay.
All right, well that's okay. Yes, compliment her, and then get yourself back.
Like
together.
Beyonce said in her documentary, she gives herself 24 hours to feel bad about herself, and that's okay. It's okay to give yourself an hour, 2 hours,
Give
to
yourself
feel bad.
grace, Yeah.
Yeah,
because to think you're about to be on this high every day, that's where you're gonna fail.
as long as you
That's life.
continue.
Yeah.
As long as you continue,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
Well, happy
Thank you
Women's
guys.
History Month.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
start. Very well.
Yes. Okay. Again, if you are just joining us, please like and subscribe on YouTube.
All over the place.
We're on
subscribe.
Spotify. Okay, if you don't have time to listen to us, we're on
are on
Spotify.
Spotify.
We're on Apple
You know
Podcasts.
you be at your desk, you ain't doing nothing. Put your headphones in and
Okay, if you
listen
need a little
to us.
motivation, if you need a little
Vibe.
My
ratchetry in
voice
your
is
ear.
sensual.
I got you.
What is that thing? The
No.
Cardi B started doing it, where she makes a weird crackling sound,
Oh.
or she eats certain things.
Oh,
It's
you
like
talking
a
about
thing.
SMR?
Yeah, SMR.
Whatever
That's like
is.
a real thing.
It
I
is a
didn't
thing.
know. Oh my god.
Listen,
I
Yes.
actually like.
don't.
And also, if you want to be plugged in, just hit us up.
Please
Talks
let
with
us
Wine
know.
Boston
Yes, we have.
at
How
gmail.com.
much people we got for the people?
Well, we're promoting Internet Pearls today. Okay, you could be on the show. You too could be a star.
And you.
And you.
And you.
All right.
Well,
Just hit us up. Follow us.
Embrace each other, women.
Mhm.
This is our month.
Yes.
Love each other.
Love
hug
on each other.
month.
All right.
Every
Black
shape
History
and
Month.
size.
Okay.
Remember that.
All right.
All right, thanks,
Thank you
guys.
guys. Have
Good
a good
night.
night.
Oh, I didn't bring my 8A shit on here card.
No, because you serious.